I'm going to be doing a classroom tour. Reminder, it is April, so the classroom has been through some things, okay? It's not the beginning of school year where it's like all perfect and everything's like, no. My kids have been interacting with all these things all school year, so you're getting like a real look into my classroom. And I'm also going to be talking about how my centers work, and also I'm going to be, sorry, something was messed up over there. I'm going to be sharing my plans for next school year. So as far as I know, I should be returning back to this classroom, and I want to make some major changes to it, so I'm going to share all of that. But I thank you guys for coming and watching this video. Sorry I did not vlog this week, but I will be back next Saturday with a weekly vlog. I just needed this week to just like within myself, so I'm very sorry about that. So we're going to start at my door, and then we're just going to walk around and talk about the classroom. So if you're standing in the hallway, this is what you'll see when you look into my classroom. It's a pretty good sized room. I just wish it had a wall there. We share classes, the pre-K classes. We just have this big shelving unit that separates the two classrooms, but it works out that that's my partner's room, so like we're super duper close, so it's all good things there. But this is what it looks like if you just stand in the doorway and look into my classroom. So we're going to start here with my alphabet center. So this is my alphabet center. It's actually right by my door. It's the first thing you see when you walk in. But the kiddos don't call it the alphabet center, they call it the yellow center. So something important with all my centers is that they are color coordinated, so that students are able to better understand which centers they go to. Because beginning of the school year, if I just tell them to go to the alphabet center, they're like, what are you talking about? But if I tell them to go to the yellow center, they got that down pat. So over here, students interact with all things alphabet, pretty much. So we have our letter of the week wall right here. I will show you more in depth in just a second when I walk through the center. I do on my letter of the week wall every single week for the letter that we are learning this week. And then everything on the shelf, paper wise, coordinates with that letter of the week. And I have different manipulatives, sorry, on the shelves that introduce them to different letters, working through like beginning sounds, finding the match, all the things there. And then you're going to see that every table has one of these little caddies. I bought them from Amazon. They used to be perfect. Now they look pretty ran through. Which with us talking about what I'm doing for next school year, I actually have all new caddies for my tables next school year, all new buckets, everything. So I'm going to use these next year for like morning tub situations, morning bins, have like different manipulatives in here that they can interact with after they get done eating breakfast, so that we can stop having that crazy transition from eating to the carpet that I have every single morning. So I'm really excited to make that change next school year. But this is the alphabet center, and now I will walk you through it more in depth. So this is a better look at the letter of the week wall. Also, this is from my Halloween Write the Room. I'm so sorry that this bat is still here. It's kind of embarrassing. But this is my letter of the week wall. If y'all can't tell, I've never stapled the letters up there. But I always have a environmental print. This little lowercase letter, it came from Miss M's, I don't know. I will look it up and then I'll put the name like here. And then it came with all these in a bundle, and I just printed them like in like a rainbow theme. The cool thing about it is it has different clip arts of things that start with that letter. And then I have our little quick reader. This is from Lakeshore. And then these are usually the papers that they will come into contact with throughout the week. I put them here for a little review to help them out. They need some help. And then here's a quick look at the shelves. I have puzzles. Again, my papers that go with the letter. They can build words with them. Beginning sounds, the locks with the keys. I have to find the matching upper and lower case, like all the things. And again, this is my yellow center, so everything here is in a yellow bucket. As for this, when students come to centers, they have to do a number one paper first. So I'm going to go ahead and explain the number one papers so I don't have to do it at every single center. But every center, my students have to do a number one paper. Those go with our center PowerPoint. So we have a center rotation PowerPoint. I will insert a picture of it right here. If you wanted to see more in depth about that, I can definitely talk about it. and I'll put the author of it here too. But we do that PowerPoint for center rotations in the mornings and afternoons. They have pre-centers, but when they go to those rotations, they have to do a number one paper first. And in most instances, it's in this organizer, but the math center is not yet. And it has a number one on it so that students remember to do their number one papers first. And if you notice, it has 3 different groups: blue, pink, and green. I group my students based on their skill level or their abilities so that everyone has a chance to succeed and everybody has a challenge. So I don't have my new papers here yet, but I can show you a little difference between the pink and the green group. So the pink group for last week for letter V, they just simply found the V's and then colored the items that start with the V sound. And then to give my green group a little bit more of a challenge, they have to write those words, the vampire and the volcano, by themselves. And my blue group, only thing they had to do was find the letter V's. So it ensures that I'm hitting everybody's struggles, but also giving the students a chance to be successful. Because if I gave my blue group this paper, they wouldn't be successful in it. And then, you know, that's kind of like downing their little mood throughout the day and things like that. So if I give them a paper where I know they can be successful, but it's still a challenge to them, why not do that? So this is my yellow alphabet center, writing center. Next, we will be going to my blue center. So alphabet center right here. Right next to it is my blue center. My blue center is my writing center. So the writing center, the first thing you see over here is my word wall. I did make this word wall. The labels and all the little things that go with them are on my TPT. It's actually free. So if you want a word wall in your classroom, definitely go download that, print it out, do all the things, because I love it. And I cut these letters out with my Cricut. Same with those letters. I cut them out with my Cricut. And my writing center is my blue center. So everything over here coordinates with being blue. I wish I had another blue chair, but it's okay. So over here, again, they have their number one bucket here with the different things based on their skill levels. The blue center, the blue group, they just trace. Pink group, they trace, try to write the words by themselves. And green group, they trace this is A, and they have to write the word on our word wall by themselves. Over here, I just have a lot of things also that have to do with the letter, but more so that requires them to use more fine motor skills. For example, they have to cut out all these letters and glue them based on if they're uppercase or lowercase. Tracing, stamping, writing by themselves. Building letters, more writing, building letters again, but they have to use like a hammer and nails. This one, they have to pop this. They'll get a letter, like the letter P. They have to find the one that starts with the P sound, and then they'll write it on there. I need to clean that off. Have you seen that? Tracing W's, rhyming houses where they have to document the rhyming words, and then also building words over here. So this center with writing, since I already have like an alphabet center, I more so want them to work on fine motor things. That's why I have like the cutting, the building, all those things over here at the blue writing center. So that's the two centers that you'll see on this side of the room, the alphabet center and the writing center, or the yellow and blue. And then right here is my very messy teacher area. It's really, really bad, honestly. So plans for next school year. I plan to get all of my personal, these are my personal books. I plan to get all of my personal things on a shelf over here so I can get rid of this. The teacher desk is out the door. So I want to push all of this back so I'll have more space. This thing is like falling in. My little area is so bad, y'all. So bad. I don't even know what's in that, if you want me to be completely honest. It's terrible. So big changes to come in this area next school year. I'm really excited about it. So that, yeah, I don't even want to show you guys anymore because it's bad over here. Then I have my little positive affirmations mirror. How cute is that? Love to see it. Love to see it. My filing cabinet, I want to get these. When I push everything back, I think I'm going to push this over here. I think I'm going to get rid of this too. All of this, picture it, all of this is gone next school year. All gone. I don't want any of this here next year. Any of it. But in this filing cabinet has all my dramatic play, what am I trying to say? All of my dramatic play things are here. Like when I change out my dramatic play. So I have like a farmer's market stuff in here. My flower shop things are in here. What else do I do? Gift wrapping center. Everything is in here. As well as all of my alphabet hats. I wear a different alphabet hat for every letter. All those things are in here. And then this one has all of my alphabet like worksheets and things like that organized. This is A through M. And then this is N through Z in this one. And then this one is all of my math things and my unicorn rings. I don't know why. And then the bottom is monthly, like any like seasonal things we do like every month is in there. Guess I can open it and show you. So like the beginning of school year, August, we do that. My shape of lantern for October. All those things are in there. So everything's organized pretty well in this room, except for this area. This area gives me so much anxiety. And then up there, I do have my caterpillars. They're in their chrysalis right now with their cage. I have this beautiful picture about when you walk in the classroom doors, which is so cute. I need to get on the wall next year. I like to put it like right in that area. And then we have a snack time. So all the snacks are back here behind Piggy. Isn't he cute? So now I think we'll go down this way. So this is my carpet area though. This is where we do our circle time and all that. I actually am getting a new carpet next year. I'm really excited about it. I'm very thankful for it also because this carpet, look at that stain. It's so bad. So we're getting a new carpet next school year and I'm living for it. But this area, I do not at all want to change. This has worked so good in my room this year. Like, it's crazy. I used to have a big whiteboard here. It wasn't even magnetic or anything, but this whole wall is magnetic. So I got the whiteboard taken down this summer and I put up this white sheet of paper and I just use now my whole magnetic wall and it makes my heart so happy. It is like the most beautiful, satisfying thing ever. I just thrive by it. And I think I've talked to you guys about it before. But anything that we do for the week, like all of our read alouds, I put right here. This is my Haggerty. Any papers that we're going to do on the carpet together, I put right here on their clipboards. Like, this area is just so functional. And I wish I would have thought about that like years ago. It is so functional. I'm obsessed with it. So I don't want to change anything about this area next school year. And then I added my standing height table in here. Definitely don't want to change that. And then if you, oh, I'm getting off of my area that I was supposed to be talking about. But if you look back here, these are all the new center buckets that I have for next school year. I do not even want to break them out yet. I want to keep them perfect right now. So I'm not going to touch them. Right here on this shelf, this is my block center. So I have my block center right here by our carpet because when they play with the blocks, it's so much easier for them to just pull them right to the carpet instead of having to walk like from all the way over there to the carpet with the big bucket. So I have this right here. But next school year, listen, this is my plan. I don't want my blocks on this next school year. Next school year, I'm going to buy 2 of these IKEA things. Again, insert picture here. I'm going to buy 2 of these IKEA things where they just pull out a drawer and everything is there. And I want to put the 2 of them right here and right here. I'm going to get 2 white ones. So that's where all of my block things will be. And then I'm going to use this shelf for a science or a STEAM center next year. I'm going to have a maker space next school year. A whole like science-y situation. I don't have a science center this year. And I definitely want to add that because science is so close to my heart. So I'm going to do that. So this will not be like this next school year. Everything will be in those 2 IKEA things that will be right up here in the front of the room. But right now, this works amazing. I'm definitely always going to keep my blocks right near my carpet because it makes things so much easier as for transferring the blocks to the carpet instead of having to walk around the room. So this little area is my library. This is my library center. This green paper is here because we actually have a green screen in our classroom. We've been talking about weather, and I was dedicated to have like them like be meteorologists, so I figured out a weather app, not a weather app, a green screen app on the iPads, and we've been playing with the green screen in the library. I think it's going to be really cute for them to act like they're like teaching, like I can put like a teaching background here, and they can like read a story and things like that. So definitely forever and ever going to keep this green screen here. And then also in my library, I have these cute little book buddies. I have Gerald, Brown Bear, and the Very Hungry Caterpillar here with their books that go along with them. I thought that was really cute. All these came from Kohl's. I actually just bought a follower on my Instagram, Gerald, Piggy, and a Elephant and Piggy book, and I shipped them to her house for a giveaway I did. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you definitely need to do that because I do giveaways because I love you guys. And I added this table here this school year. Best thing I've ever did. My partner right next to me, she had a table in her library, and I was always like, why did she get this table here? But then I thought about it. I was like, our kids can't read. So it's cool to have something over here that they can interact with that's not just a book, because then they don't like to come to the library. So I started adding, they have like this little color sheet here that they can color by the number. So I have this here. Then I have my read aloud. What are these things called you scan? These things. My read alouds, they can scan them with the iPad, and then it has somebody read books aloud to them. And I have these two little stools here. They're from Five Below, and this little table honestly made all the difference in my library. I feel like the kiddos love to come here and act like they're a teacher. That's why I added these two seats here. Also, they're from Lakeshore. I had these two seats here, and then I have these two seats there because we usually have the teachers, and then they'll usually have students. So obsessed with that. And then this is like the little book area. I have these two capes here. What would Danny do? What would Darla do? We talk about those two characters beginning of the school year. We read the books and show them how they can make good choices and things like that. So that is the library center. So we're in the middle of the room. It goes from the carpet area, the blocks right there, the library that leads to my technology area. So I'm going to sit down and talk to you about the technology area because I am not very satisfied with it this school year. So usually, I'm just going to sit on the balls. So usually in my technology center, I'm very high up. I'm sorry. Let me lower this. Okay, usually in my technology, now I'm crooked. Whatever. Usually in my technology center, when they come to a tablet, they're supposed to do a task box. So last year I was so strong with my task boxes. This year I was not. I didn't even show you the task boxes, but they're on top of my bookshelf over here. I have a math, literacy, and alphabet task box. The math and literacy came from Especially Education, and then the alphabet one came from Moving Mountains in Kindergarten. So I have all these task boxes. And then over here, what they're supposed to do before they even play on an iPad, they're supposed to do a task box. It has a first, second, and third on these, and it has two task boxes in them. So they're supposed to do their first task box, let it get checked, their second task box, let it get checked, and then there's not a third one in here because I never even got to move to them doing 3 of them because I failed with this year. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I have my teacher fails. So they're supposed to have to do a task box first. So they'll come here, they'll sit at these tables. I got these tables from Hobby Lobby. They look like little pencils at the bottom. I'm obsessed. They're supposed to sit at this table, they're supposed to do their task box, and then once it's approved, they can get on the iPad. But this school year, they just been coming over here living their best life playing on the iPad, and it's way too late to address it. And then I went on maternity leave, and now it's like, look, I have to come back and do better next year. So I do like this area. I like how it works. I have on the other side my Osmos. When they go on this side, they know they have to play with Osmo over here. And then on this side is task boxes with just free games on these iPads. So now that I've talked about them, I'll show you a little bit more in depth. So over here, I have these little flexible seating balls. They're from Lakeshore. Again, I got these tables from Hobby Lobby like last year. And actually, all these buckets were gifted to me from another teacher. She left our school and she's a librarian now. And she gave me so many things. I was so thankful for it. But yeah, that's the plan for the iPads. They come over, do their number 1, put it in here for it to be checked. Do their number 2, put it in here for it to be checked. Once they're checked, they're supposed to be able to play. Now, next school year, when I do this and stick with it in the routine, this is going to work so much better than it did the year prior when I did this. So I definitely plan on keeping this situation how it is. I don't know if it'll be in the exact same spot, but I plan to keep it how it is ran over here because it could be run seamlessly. I just didn't do it very good this school year. So iPad station, love it. Task boxes, all things. And then this side is my Osmos. So these Osmos are actually gifted to me. I'm part of the Osmo social club. I talk a lot more about my Osmos on my Instagram. Again, you should follow me there if you want to know more about Osmo. But I'm obsessed with Osmo, and they come over here and they can just interact with either the costume parties. They can build letters, they can build numbers. Like, it's so many things to do with the Osmo, and they love it. I love it. Sorry, that one wasn't on there. But it's so many different things to do with the Osmos. They love it. I love it. My son actually has one at home also. I'm a huge fan of any Osmo situation in life. I'm obsessed with them. So that was that side. Alphabet Center, Writing Center, my terrible teaching area. There's those task boxes. How do I zoom in? The task boxes are right there. Do you see them? My math and literacy ones are in the front, and then the alphabet ones in the back. And then we work from this side, the carpet area, the blocks, library, and then this is my tablet station. So, as for my plans for next school year, I like how this is ran, but the only thing is that I think that my 2 quieter centers, am I still zoomed in? There we go, friends. My 2 quieter centers, which is the library and the iPads, shouldn't be by my dramatic play center. So that's going to have to change next school year in some type of way. My room is not that big, y'all, and I have such high hopes. I don't know what I'm going to do. Plus, I talked about this on Instagram. I was blessed enough to get another kidney table purchased for my classroom. So now my assistant is also going to have a kidney table where she can do small groups during center time, which I'm so excited about. It's ridiculous. So I also have to figure out how to get another kidney table in here. I cannot wait for the classroom setup vlogs this school year because we're going to see how I can work out getting all these things into the classroom. I have no idea. So then moving to this side, my teaching area, my Promethean board, we just talked about that. I have my little, it's actually a magnetic whiteboard, but I use it for like any anchor charts. And then right here I have my sand table. The kiddos don't interact with it very much, so I just keep this in front of it because they don't really care much about it. And then this is my green center. My green center is my art center. Again, this one, not a big fan of. I don't know. Like, I like having all the things out because it gives them more space to be creative, right? Right. But it's so messy. I don't know. It's not my favorite, but they do have their number 1 paper here. I have an example of me doing it, and then they do it after they do that. Then they can do anything on the shelf. I have our letter person that they can color, that they can do just like her up here. So this is our letter person for the letter W. So they can, like, it's functional. Again, remember, y'all, it's April. It's functional, but it's not my favorite. So I definitely want to change this next school year. Just make it more satisfying, if that makes sense. What I need, I think, is more buckets. Just like my regular centers that have all these buckets to keep everything organized. I have just stuff, I don't know. Because this does not work with them. They just don't put things back where they go in sense of crayons and the coloring pencils. Usually the dot markers never have like a top on them. But I don't know. I showed on Instagram. My husband made me these little, okay, backstory. My husband works for a tree service, and he cuts trees pretty much. So he brought me home like all these like planks of wood, and he cut holes in one of them, and he made the holes just big enough to put markers in. So I'm going to use those next school year and have all the markers in there, but I'm gonna have the tops like super glued, so they have to put them back where they go. I think that'll make things so much better. So I'm really excited that he made those, and I just have to figure out a better way of organizing this center, honestly. Just gotta figure out a better way of organizing it, and then things will be better, you know, I guess. And then this one is my math center, or my red center, as students will say. So again, I have a caddy on each one. And for my math center, I actually never started differentiating the instruction here. Everybody just does the same thing. So they just have a number 1 bucket where they get their papers out of. This week they're going to be counting quantities. They're going to be counting and coloring the ones that show 5. And my math center has become my students' favorite center. For my math center, I mostly only have manipulatives that they can interact with over here. I do have my number tracing journal that they can like trace numbers with, but I don't put any papers over here other than their number 1 paper, because I want them to be working with something with their hands and counting and things like that. So over here I have this pizza man that they have to balance the pizza and put the toppings on there without it falling over. But to make it more math and counting friendly, I have this dice here. They have to count how many on the dice, and then they try to put that onto the pizza man. So that's one thing I have over here. I have these little ladybugs. It has a number on here, and they have to count the dots on the ladybug to know which one it goes on. So for example, the 2 with the ladybug with the 2 dots. I have my bunny here with a dice again. They have to roll the dice to know how many carrots to feed the bunny. Blocks down here, they have to count how many matching with the number. Patterns, and again, matching quantities with the number. So this is what it looks like. It says you'll put the number up there that you're doing, and then you have to find the ones that go with that. Like this is 1 apple, 1 chocolate on the cupcake, things like that. So that's what I have in my math center. I don't really have papers and things over here. And again, my math center is the red center, because kiddos can understand that more, and then it makes the center rotations even like so much easier when everything is just a color. So this is the math center, and right next to the math center is my dramatic play center. Again, I definitely have to find another spot for my dramatic play center. This is such a loud center, and it's by my math center. They don't, when they get to the math, they interact with it, they pay attention, but you have to think about the people right here are definitely like, hey, what you doing? You know, like, do you want to buy some flowers? When they're supposed to just be interacting with one another. So I don't really know. And we do have a flower shop. You guys watch me set all of this up and things like that. So I like that the dramatic play is in the back of the room, but I think I need it by, I don't even know. I think I need my dramatic play near the blocks. I need to have both of those very, very loud centers near each other. But that will require my dramatic play center to kind of be where my teaching area is for that to work out. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, I don't know. I can't wait for classroom setup. I can't wait to see how all this works out, because I have things that I definitely want to change and want to make it better in here. So I have to figure it out. We gotta figure it out. Then again, told you guys that my block center will not be that shelf anymore. I'm gonna get those IKEA things. So now I'll have an actual science center. This was my like science little station, and then I have my light table here that I actually got from a Donor's Choose. So if you've never done a Donor's Choose, do it, guys. You can get some cool things for your classroom, long as you can like talk about how it can help your kids. You got it. So this was my science little center right here. So I'm so excited to actually have a shelf with science manipulatives. I cannot say that word today. Manipulatives. I can't wait to have a science center with the actual shelf that they can like sit down and like interact with all the things. I'm gonna need another table. Yep. When I get that science center, I'm gonna need another table in here. So we also are gonna have to figure out how to get another table in here. How to have room for the I can't talk today, y'all. Okay. So I just thought about, with me having a science center, I'm gonna have to have another table. So now we have to figure out how to get another table in here. Also, how to make room for my assistant's new kidney table for us to run 2 small groups. We have so much to do. I hope my plans aren't just like shooting for the stars for next school year. I bet y'all listen to me like, girl, now look at your room and look at your plans. I don't think that's gonna work. So I hope you guys aren't looking at me like that, because I kind of feel that way right now. I feel like I just have such high hopes and I'm not going to be able to do them, but we're going to figure it out this summer. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, because in June, July, we're going to be turning up with the classroom transformation, set up all the things, because I have some crazy plans, obviously. But we'll have a whole science center now. Really excited about that. So I won't just have this little cart for my science area. And then also here I have my light table. I have my brightest work wall. Again, I cut out those with my Cricut, where I just display student work. You want to see a teacher fail, y'all? We're on letter W. This is letter N. Yep. Haven't displayed anything here, but I did display all of that. Do you remember from when we were talking about the sky? So I just haven't changed this out. I really love this. Another teacher fail. Happy birthday to no one. I have no birthdays up here. How sad is that? And then this is my assistant's desk. I want to show it. All their mats, their cubbies, and all the things are right there. So that's what we're working with in here, y'all. I really love my room this year. I honestly do. I just definitely see what changes need to be made, which makes me excited, because I'm happy I'm not like gonna come in and like set up everything the exact same way. It's good for change, y'all. Change things. Don't get too comfortable. Change some stuff up, okay? Okay. This is from me to you. Change some things up. So yeah, I hope this makes sense. I feel like I just ran through. I already talked really fast. I wonder, I need to slow this video down, because I was talking 5,000 miles per minute. But I hope that all makes sense. I really do. So, plans for next school year. Again, should be returning to this classroom next school year. So, I will be definitely setting up the room with you guys. And also, I'm very sorry that I haven't been able to talk today. I've been talking so bad today during this video, and I just feel like my life is in shambles in Raven Elise's voice. So, that's my plans for next school year. We're getting another kidney table. We'll have 2 kidney tables, so I'll be able to run 2 small groups during center time. We are going to move the dramatic play center and the block center to kind of have those 2 near each other. So that means the dramatic play needs to be on this side of the room instead of the back of the room. I will get better with my task boxes, with my tablets. If you guys have a technology center like iPads and things like that, definitely try out the task boxes, because it gives them something to do before they simply get on there to play games. Even though the games are learning games, you can still check their learning at the tablets. I love task boxes. I just didn't do very well with them this school year. Block center will be changing. Remember, we're going to put the 2 IKEA organizers in the front of the room, and the block center will become my science center, which I'm really excited about. And then I also need to find another table to put in here for the science center. So yeah, we have a lot of things to do. I want to change that shelf from the writing center. I mean, not the writing center, the art center. So a lot of big changes happening to this classroom at next school year, which I'm really, 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 really excited about. I feel like I talked about all the centers in depth. I feel like I showed you everything. My room is not that big. So it wasn't that much to talk about, I guess, but I make the most of it. I try to use every single inch of my space, every single inch of it. So I'm really excited about everything that I want to do next school year. Also, another thing I want to do, you see this organizer back here? That one right there. I have my students' writing journals that I used to do in the mornings, but if we want to have a maker space, not a maker space, like morning tubs, next school year, I think I'm going to change that into a early finisher area. So again, just like a morning tub, but there'll be like different like little boxes there with different things that they can do if they finish their work early. That's something else I've noticed in my classroom this school year. I do a lot of exit tickets. I can't talk today, y'all. Jamaica. I do a lot of exit tickets, and some students finish so much earlier than others, and then they're just standing in front of me like, so what do you want me to do? You know, like, what do you want me to do now? So what I'm going to do for those that finish early, have those tubs back there. They can just grab one, they get done with their work, interact with that until we move on to what we're doing next. So that's another big plan that I have for next school year. And I already have the tubs. Let me see if you guys can see them. Let me turn you around. I already have the tubs from when we had our COVID school year and everybody had to have individual supplies. I have those tubs right here. They're from Dollar Tree. So I can just use those for the morning, the early finisher tubs for next school year. So I'm really excited. I hope I showed you guys my room enough in depth. I'm pretty sure I did not, but with me vlogging every week, you guys will see it more in depth. But I'm happy I got to explain to you how my centers work. Every center is a color. Students know that, and it helps with the and it helps with the transitions from the centers. I'll show you guys a center slide if my computer is okay. I thought my computer was dead. I'll show you one slide of how it works. I'll just duplicate it to where you can't see my student. See their faces? Let me do. All right, so this is how my center rotations look. Can you see them? This is my center rotations. So let me turn you guys around so I can just talk about them. So you remember, every center has a color. So my red center is my math center, which is right there. The green, art, in that area. Purple is me, my small group table. Blue, my writing center. And then yellow is my alphabet center. So this is up on the board with the students' pictures in this area. So students know where they're supposed to be going in rotation 1. Once they're there, we start the timer. The timer runs down. They stay there until it's time to clean up. When it's time to clean up, a cute little song turns on for them to clean, and then they stand behind their chairs at that center, and then they'll just transition to the next center. I can't go to rotation 2 because their pictures are on there, but this is how it works, and it goes right along with the colors at the centers. So this makes it so much easier with the center rotation situation because there's like no confusion. You find your picture, what color is above your picture, you go to that center. When you get to that center, they already understand. They do their number 1, sit down, do that, they get it checked, and then they can get anything off the shelves. So that's how my center rotations work. It works amazing. Y'all, I used to despise center time. Now I'm obsessed with center time. I love center time, and it makes me so much more excited to have 2 small groups next school year because that gives me another rotation. Like, I'm thinking I'll take my art center out of the rotation, and then it'll be my assistant and me. So I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited about that. And that this whole PowerPoint helps my room run so seamlessly during centers and everything like that. So that's how center time works. And yeah, I think I showed you everything pretty much. You've seen like the front of my room like a lot. If you want to see more in depth the front of my room, where everything is from and things like that, just let me know and I can do that when I vlog this week. Just comment down below and let me know. And I think that's pretty much it, y'all. I think that's it. So I have to go home. I've been a slacker this week, y'all. I already didn't vlog this week. You already know that. But I've been such a slacker. I've been so lazy this week. So I have to go home now and make all of my alphabet center and my writing center worksheets that go into the #1 buckets. So I have to go home and make all of those today. But I already have my lessons and everything ready for the week. So all that's ready to go. But I have things to go home and do. And I need to go edit this vlog so I can get it up for you guys today. So yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed a look into my classroom. I hope I did a good job. I've never did a classroom tour before. I feel like I talk very fast. But if I didn't do a good job, just let me know. Be like, girl, you need to do that again because that ain't it. But again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys subscribe and join the family here. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at That Mama Teacher Life. I talk more in depth about my classroom there every single day instead of just once a week on here on YouTube. So definitely do that. I will be back with the weekly vlog this Saturday. I'm sorry I took a week off. I didn't have the mindset to vlog this week. So I'm happy I'm a lot better. So everything is good. But I'm really excited for all the changes. I'll let you guys know everything I want to change. All of my ideas. If you have any ideas for my classroom, definitely let me know down below because I love ideas. I love hearing other people's inputs and things like that about things. So let me know what you think. I hope you guys will like this video and I'll see you guys next Saturday with a weekly vlog. I love you guys.